You're listening to the What the Wrestling Podcast, the show that brings you all things wrestling with your host, RJD.
Let's go. Oh, you already know what time it is. That's right, baby. We back with some news. We back with some news. It's been a very interesting weekend, very interesting week. We have unifications that I swore wasn't gonna happen. So for that,
You stupid.
I hit the button on myself.
Nope.
We've got people stepping down, people stepping up, people walking out. It's a lot going on right now. So let's not waste any time. Check out my socials, which have appeared on the screen. Follow me, RJD, RJD199 on Instagram, RJD199 or RJD underscore 199 on Instagram, RJD199 on Snapchat, RJ699 on the Twitter. But most importantly, follow What the Wrestling on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok.
Perfect.
Follow What the hell is going on here? Follow What the Wrestling on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Spotify, and Anchor. In case you didn't know, now you know RJD is back, baby. Let's go. Yes, yes, 'tis I, RJD here. Welcome to What the Wrestling. Here is a podcast where we talk about all things wrestling. Once again, I am your host, RJD, and I still don't have my mic. I know, goddammit, I know. Listen,
You stupid.
it's gonna be alright, okay?
Stop the cap.
I'm sorry. Listen, it's coming, okay? Listen, in greater news, I'm bringing the beard back. No? That doesn't count? Okay, cool. It's okay. Listen. It's all good. Listen, I will have my mic soon. I don't have it yet. It is still coming. Listen, I was waiting for a car part, and then they just didn't deliver it. Why? Because they don't care. So, listen. Shout out to Amazon, but yeah, sometimes they just don't care about delivering your shit, and it's like, you know what? I don't feel like bringing that up the steps today, so you're not getting it. You'll get it tomorrow. So we'll see. Should have it this week. I really look forward to getting off of this headset, even though I have my hands free and I could do Aikido. I want my mic. You know, it's good to just have a mic here with some headphones. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. Moving on. So, with that being said, hit the like button, like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. What the wrestling you already know. Let's get this party started. And did I say hit the like button? Did I say share, like, share, comment, subscribe? I said all that, right? Had to say it again. All right, first thing I want to talk about is the ongoing situation between Naomi, Sasha Banks, WWE, and the fallout from them walking out. So, if you've been living under a rock, last week on Monday Night Raw, Naomi and Sasha Banks just walked out. And they said, listen, we out of here. So, just to give you guys a quick recap of what happened. So, there are many conflicting reports. There are many things that were said to have been the cause of this walkout. But to make a long story short, because I did have a video on this the other day, what basically happened was there was supposed to be a match, a six-pack challenge. Asuka, I think Asuka, Doudrop, Nikki, ASH, and Naomi, Sasha, and Becky Lynch. But those two decided to walk out because the original plans were Naomi was going to pin Sasha to go on to fight Bianca Belair at the next pay-per-view. Sasha was going to fight Ronda, and that was going to be that. And apparently they didn't like the creative direction because the tag team titles were getting treated like dog shit.
Surprise, motherfucker.
That's no surprise. They've been getting treated like dog shit since the last time somebody had these titles. They've been nothing but a prop from day one, even though I commend Sasha and Bayley for wanting to use these titles for good and want to put people on the map and want to go take them in all the different brands and actually wrestle different women and make it mean something, which they really wanted to do, but WWE had other plans. Why am I not surprised? So, they were upset about creative, and then they expressed their concerns. Things got changed. They were okay. And then, essentially, when they got to the building, they were told, yeah, so we're going back to the original plan. We know we told you that this was going to happen, and we were going to switch it up, but it's not. So, sorry. Go do what you got to do. So, they, once again, mind you, I'm paraphrasing. I'm just giving a quick rundown on what happened. You could Google it, YouTube it. There are plenty of people talking about what happened in detail. I'm just like running through it real quick so that you know. So after that, they went back to express their concerns, having a meeting with Vince, if I'm not mistaken, or another producer. And subsequently, the meeting did not go well. Vince didn't move off his position. Sasha Banks and Naomi didn't move off of their position. And it was a stalemate. So they left the office. And now, roughly 15 minutes before, all the way up to 15 minutes after Raw started, who knows, depending on who you ask, it was around that time frame. Around 8 o'clock Eastern time, a couple minutes before, a couple minutes after Raw, started, whatever. They brought the title to John Laurinaitis. People power. Wait, that was bad. Let me try that again. People power. I don't know. I can't get the rasp. But anyway.
You stupid.
About 15, they went to John Laurinaitis, dropped off the titles, and dipped off. They said, listen, we out of here, all right?
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
And then they got publicly buried on Monday Night Raw, saying that they reports Michael Cole came out and was fed lines saying that they have left and the main event has changed, and they got buried publicly on national TV. Now, on SmackDown, they got buried again publicly, which was crazy. So, as per Ringside News, well, I watched SmackDown, so I saw this. But as per Ringside News again, Michael Cole announced that the pair has been, suspended indefinitely. Wow.
How dare you?
Suspended and stripped of the WWE Tag Team Championships. So they are furious with Sasha Banks and Naomi. They believe that the former champs acted selfishly, which was simply, and they should have just followed what they were given, and they were buried on TV. And Dave Meltzer also reported this on the latest Wrestling Observer News in this letter, and this is what he said. The fact that they buried Sasha and Naomi again, it just tells you the mood that they were in. They were in a very strong mood, and I know also it was obviously meant to send a message to the talent, meaning the other talent. Don't walk out during a live show because we will bury you 6 feet under.
This is
WWE, kick you off the ledge. So, I'm not making light of that. I'm just saying that's how they feel. Now, let me pull up what WWE said on SmackDown. WWE SmackDown bury Sasha and Naomi. So, WWE also put out a crazy statement, which they never do. They never do this. They never ever say, oh, this is a scripted show. Remember, they had that thing saying that this is a scripted show, and you will subsequently you will have to abide by these rules, and you were given 8 hours to prepare for a match. And they said they didn't want to work out, they didn't want a team with 2 people in the match. Listen, that's all cap. I said that's all cap.
Stop the cap.
So that's bullshit. That's WWE trying to spin the narrative, trying to make Sasha and Naomi look bad. We all know this. That's bullshit. They have no problems with working with anybody in the ring because they've worked with everybody in the ring. So now, why would they all of a sudden have a problem with 2 people in the match? That's bullshit. What happened is they got sick of the nonsense and they walked out. Now the story continues to develop as on SmackDown, Michael Cole was fed lines saying that, listen, they let them down, they let the company down, they let everybody down, and that's a problem. And they're disappointed. And these are lines he was fed, saying that they were disappointed. That they walked out on WWE Universe and all this other rah-rah. That was lines that he was fed. So they were told that they told everybody, the fans, that they were suspended indefinitely and stripped of the titles. So now here's my problem. And this continues to develop, but here's my problem. There's always, you bury the talent, right? You bury the talent, but then eventually they come back. So now this talent that you shit on, right? You want the fans to now rock with them again. Because do understand, they're still under contract, they have not been released. So if you bury the talent on TV, when they eventually come back to TV, now you want the fans to rock out with them, and you want the fans to cheer them or boo them, and you want them to get a reaction. And then they're going to have to say something to the fans because you've already made it public to the fans that they left and walked out during a live show. Instead of handling this in-house and just keeping it under wraps, even if it gets out on the internet, you don't address it live to the fans and the crowd and everybody else. Because now everybody knows. At least if it's handled in-house, nobody knows what's going on. Everything is just speculation because no one really knows. So that is crazy to me. Them apologizing, saying, "Oh, remember I spoke about this on my last show. Yeah, we're sorry that we couldn't deliver the main event that we promised you." And shut up.
You stupid.
Shut up. Shut the fuck up. That's bullshit. You change they change main events and they change matches like they change their draws. So nobody wants to hear that garbage. Like, if you're gonna speak out, tell the truth. I know, publicly traded company and all this other bullshit. I understand that, but don't bullshit the fans. We're not stupid. Like, they continue to insult our intelligence, thinking that we don't know that they always change. They put on stuff that's not advertised. Oh, Sasha Banks is going to be at WrestleMania to fight this person. Sasha Banks was at home chilling. She was never going to be at WrestleMania. I believe that was last year. They knew that shit. That's why they had Becky Lynch come back. Oh, we're going to advertise this, and then the next week comes, and then that match never happens, and they never talk about it or address it. So please stop the cap. Stop the bull. Please.
Stop the cap.
So, after burying them publicly on TV, then we come to find out that Naomi and Sasha Banks' contract are soon to be up. They're up in a couple of months. So that begs the question, is WWE going to be petty and be like,
Gotcha, bitch.
oh, we're going to freeze your contracts so that you can't leave? Because WWE has done way more pettier stuff than that. If you follow WWE, you know this. They've been petty. They always do petty shit, i.e. firing CM Punk on his wedding day, i.e. sending Mickie James her stuff in a trash bag. WWE is petty. They do petty stuff like this. So, will they freeze their contracts and not let them leave because they decided to walk out? That's a good question. It also begs the question, are they going to leave? Is this the last that we've seen of Sasha Banks and Naomi in a WWE ring? Because, yeah, they could just let their contracts, they could just let their contracts run out, right? And then they could leave, maybe go to AEW, maybe go to Japan, maybe just chill out. Maybe Sasha wants to go do movies. Maybe Naomi wants to do something else. They could leave, assuming that their contracts are up and maybe they freeze them for another couple of months, and then they're maybe 6 to 9 months from now, they're out of their contracts. Maybe they could just go do something else. Maybe they don't want to wrestle anymore. Who knows? In the case of Sasha, we know she has other aspirations of doing things. And yeah, her name value as Sasha Banks is big, but Sasha Banks, she could easily be called Mercedes and she could go do whatever she wants to do. People know her face. They know her face. So that could get that hump, she could get over that hump real fast. Yeah, she's not Sasha Banks, but she could just go by her real name. I mean, we weren't used to calling Dwayne Johnson. We used to call him The Rock. Dwayne The Rock Johnson, but now it's very easy to call him Dwayne Johnson. Sometimes we call him The Rock, sometimes we call him Dwayne. They could get over that bullshit real quick. If you're worried about name value, people know her face and she's talented as hell. She's going to do well in whatever she decides to do. Movies, wrestling, doesn't matter. She did well in Mandalorian. I think she did something else. Kevin Hart wanted her specifically for one of his projects. She going to be alright if she wants to go do something else. Trust me. And Naomi, she's very talented too. She'll be fine in whatever she decides to do. So, that's fine. But it also begs to the question also remains, what's next? How will this go over? How will this go over if they do decide to come back? Because the narrative is, oh, Sasha Banks manipulated Naomi to leave. And listen,
Stop the cap.
these ladies are grown ass women. They are grown adults. They didn't manipulate Naomi to do shit. Sasha Banks has had problems with this company continuously. Her problem is she cares too much, and that's a good problem. She sounds a lot like CM Punk. What's next? What am I gonna do? I wanna do something worth it. There are also reports that came out that she was promised certain things, and then they gave her tag team titles as a consolation prize because she wanted a WrestleMania match and she didn't get it. So it's like, what are we doing here? This is not an issue in regards to Sasha Banks having issues and leaving over creative. This shit has been brewing for a long time. She asked for her release 3 years ago. She was gonna leave. They told her no, and instead Vince gave her 30 days off. And she ended up spending way more time off than 30 days. They pissed her off so bad that she was like, fuck wrestling, I'm out of here. And she went to Japan to go get the love of wrestling back. She didn't even care about it. Sound familiar? CM Punk? Sound familiar? Sometimes this company beats people down mentally so bad that they are willing to leave their dream job or willing to leave their dream profession because the love of it has been sucked out of them. Like, they've been beaten down mentally so bad that it's like, you know what?
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Fuck wrestling. Like, that's how bad it can be. Now, listen, WWE, they're not great, they're not bad, they're in the gray area like everybody else. You ask certain people, WWE is great. You ask certain people, WWE is shit. It's all a gray area. But in this instance, she was ready to leave. She asked for her release. She was ready to be out of there. They worked it out. She came back. We all missed her as fans. She is probably one of the best, if not the best, women's wrestler they got. Like, just in ring, out of the ring. She's great. She's top 2 or 3. She can put on a good match with just about anybody. She is fantastic at what she does. And if she wants to go into acting, like I said, that lane is always there. So her problem is she cares too much. And at this point, I'm sure she was strategic in what she wanted to do. And Naomi, she was strategic too. Man, we got plenty of money. We got our money saved. F this, we out of here. Then they take all of their merchandise off of WWE.com, which was trash. You know what I'm saying? That's trash.
Stop it. Get some help.
So, like I said, WWE's petty. So instead of them now being able to make more money, WWE, because they're in a bitch fit right now and being petty, they took all of their merchandise off WWE.com, so they can't make any money from merchandise. They're sitting at home. I mean, they're doing things, whatever. I'm sure they're chilling out. But that was petty. Why would you take their stuff off? Because so they can't make any more money. They walked out. You already buried them on TV. You already shit on them on live TV. Millions of viewers. Now you're fucking with their pockets. Now, from a company standpoint, you suspended them. They're probably going to get fined. That's enough. You see, now this is WWE going the extra mile to shit on them. What happens if they come back? You think you're going to... Listen, I walked out. I was wrong. And let me say this first.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
If you walk out, you got to hold that down and face the consequences of your actions. And I'm sure both of those lovely ladies, they knew that. So if they come back, they're going to get hit with a hefty fine. They're going to get suspended. They already did. So I'm sure they understand this is what comes with that. But now you're going to take money out of their pockets. That's corny. Because people still want to buy that merchandise. What that little girl that wants that Sasha Banks t-shirt, that little girl that wants that Naomi glow stick or whatever, you have robbed that little girl or that person of that item because you want to be petty. This is strictly just to hurt them. Because they didn't have to do that. They're not released. And you subsequently took money out your own pocket because their merchandise is going to sell. They sell merchandise. That benefits the company because you get to make money off of, you get to sell a product and make money, and it benefits the wrestler. It benefits the talent and the company. So now you just shit on yourself because you want to hurt them. That's stupid.
Stupid.
That's stupid. You're already going to fine them. You're already going to suspend them. Why take money out of their pockets? That's corny shit. And that's the thing I don't like about WWE that happens. Listen, you want to reprimand them? I'm all for that. Consequences to your actions, accountability. I get that. But to hurt them in their wallet when you don't have to, you're already taking money out their pocket by suspending them. I'm pretty sure they're gonna get fined if they even come back. I'm pretty sure of it. Like, to me, that was unnecessary. But the fact that people want to say, oh, they are being Sasha Banks is manipulating Naomi. Get the man. Listen.
Get the fuck out of here!
Garbage. So, at the end of the day, money talks. And, Naomi, that's how WWE looks right now. That's how they look. It's just corny, man. And the contracts are coming up soon. So if that's the case, they'll definitely, if that's the case and the contracts are coming up soon, Sasha Banks is as good as gone. To me, I think she's gone. I could be wrong, but if she ends up coming back, she definitely ain't re-signing. Now, there's one more thing I want to talk about in regards to this. Was it right or was it wrong? Was it right or was it wrong? And I'm going to keep it 100 with y'all. Definitely, would I have handled it that way? No, probably not. But at the same time, I applaud them for standing up and speaking up for themselves. You know why? Because WWE likes to reprimand people for speaking up. How dare you speak up? How dare you?
Shots fired! Shots fired!
And speak up against creative, even though creative is garbage.
How dare you?
How dare you speak ill of creative? And that's a big problem because they want to say, go out and just do your job. You're being divas. Just go out and stop being spoiled and do your job. But at the end of the day, if creative is shit, and I'm telling you, it sucks, and it makes no sense, let's do something else, we're going to punish you because you spoke up. Just like they did with Steve Austin. He spoke up, why am I losing to Brock Lesnar? And you're not even promoting this match. This is a match for at least a pay-per-view. At least. And you want him to just go out there and lose? You want me to go out there and lose? It's because I say your creative sucks? When he spoke out against creative, their plan was, oh, we're going to have you lose on a regular match on TV. The next big star, Brock Lesnar, when he was new, and you got a major star in Stone Cold, and you're not even going to promote that? He's like, I don't got no problem putting over Brock. I get it, but why would you just have me lose and not promote the match? At least let me lose and we can make some money off it. But WWE being petty because you spoke up even though our creative sucks. You spoke up against us. How dare you? And that's the biggest problem with WWE. You know what I'm saying?
Go!
They're boneheaded sometimes. Listen, everything's not going to be perfect. Some shit is hit or miss. But the problem is when you consistently make trash creative and you don't know what's going to happen moving forward, you have no long-term plans for no one, shit just happens and you build things week by week. It's like, come on, man. Come on, man. We got to do better. We got to do better. You got to have something for these people to do. Everything just can't be fly by night, seat of your pants, like, we'll figure it out. No. You have to do better. It's like, so what's going on next week? Oh, I don't know. You like, why? And another thing, those tag team titles, get rid of them. There was a great idea for those titles. Take them to NXT. Take them to Raw. Take them to SmackDown. Have people fight for those titles on different brands. Make it important. You never know. You might have a shock NXT win. And then a couple of weeks later, That's going to get some people over, some new talent, some up-and-coming ladies. That's going to get them over. Then you go back to Raw, you put them on Raw, and you have it mean something, maybe a main event with it or whatever, and you have the tag team, the former champions, win it back. And that way it's like, y'all won in NXT, y'all shocked us, everybody goes crazy, but we got the titles back, let's go. It's like they have so many things, different things they can do with the titles, making compelling television. But they just say, you know what?
Oh, hell no!
We ain't doing none of that shit. We just gonna do what we always do what's regular. And if you don't like it,
Nope.
we don't care. Just go do it, or that's it. It's like, come on, man. How else?
Emotional damage.
What else you think people are gonna feel? Like, come on, man. How you think people gonna feel? We gotta do better, man. We have to do better. We have to make sure that they handle things properly with creative. JR always says, it's cash or creative. That's why people get upset, burnt out, and leave. And that's why people are not happy. You know, contrary to popular belief, people actually give a shit about their job sometimes. They actually give a shit about what they're doing. That's why they're good at it, because they care. So, I don't know what's going to happen moving forward. But I do know that this has been brewing for a long time. This is not just some random nonsense and no one cares. Nah, this is a big deal. This has been brewing for a long time. Sasha Banks is annoyed. Naomi, I don't know what's up with her, but she's annoyed. Listen, if they go through with the match and then they leave, it looks bad. Not as bad as leaving during a live show, but there's a lot here that us, the public, doesn't know. And I hope it comes out, and I hope we find out what's going on. Naomi or Sasha have not said anything publicly. Naomi has a friend of her, someone that knows her. I believe it's a he. He put something out, kind of detailing what happened. Go check Twitter for that. It's or Google it. It's easy to find. But the ultimate thing here is these ladies. I don't know what's going to happen, but I don't know if Sasha's going to go to AEW. Tony Khan will probably scoop her up in a heartbeat. She walks into AEW, she's an instant star. She walks into AEW, I got her beating Jade for the TBS immediately. Put her in a tournament or something, and she wins it, a battle royal, whatever, and then she ends up fighting Jade and beating Jade. She can beat Jade. That's somebody who can come in off the street and beat Jade for the TBS title. And it'll be believable. Absolutely. And then, you know what? I think they can have a kick-ass match, those two ladies. Especially with Sasha and the things that you can do with her and the things that she can do in the ring. I think they could have a kick-ass match. Real talk. I really do. And I think Jade will be better for working with Sasha Banks. I think they could work off each other well. But, I mean, that's getting ahead of myself. I don't see her going to AEW no time soon. I'm just, just throwing stuff out there. But, I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel bad. I feel bad because I understand what it's like to go to work, to go to your job that you once loved going to, and then you just wake up one day and it's like, I just want to get the hell out of here. I just want this shit to be over. Like, I need to get out of here. I understand what that's like. I'm going to a place where you once loved. You loved going there. You would go in early, stay late. And then all of a sudden you wake up one day and it's like, yo, this shit sucks, man. It's like,
Stupid.
why am I here? Like, I dread going to work. Like, I just, like, can I do anything else besides come here? Yeah, this is terrible.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
So we will have to wait and see what happens moving forward with this. As developments begin to come out, I will let you guys know here on What the Wrestling, what happens as more reports come to light. But listen, man, we'll see. We'll see. We will see. Let's talk about Stephane McMahan. Stephane McMahan, the chief brand officer of WWE, has announced a leave of absence from the company to focus on her family. So this is for Ringside News. As of tomorrow, this is from her Twitter. As of tomorrow, I am taking a leave of absence from the majority of my responsibilities at WWE. McMahon said in a tweet Thursday afternoon to her approximately 3 million followers. Jesus Christ. WWE is a lifelong legacy for me, and I look forward to returning to the company that I love after taking this time to focus on my family. I'm not gonna. Let me be honest here. She's got. This is what I think is going on. Now, no one knows why she's taking a leave of absence. It sounds like it's very much private. Stephane McMahan is very much a private person. She doesn't really put a lot of her personal life on there. I'm not speculating on anything. This is just what I think. Like Triple H, he almost died. So let's clap it up for him because he's returned to work. Let's clap it up for him. He is returned to work full time. Stephanie is taking a leave of absence to focus on her family. We don't know what's really going on here, but if she had to hold it down and she's a little burnt out and she just wants a break, that's great. Triple H is, relatively healthy now and he's back to normal, hopefully. He can go handle that. She could go home. I think they have a 16-year-old, 14-year-old, 12-year-old. They got 3 kids. Maybe she'll be home focusing on that. I don't know what's going on in their personal life, nor do I care to know. None of my business. But what I think is, he was down. She was working. Now he's back up. She's going to take a back seat. I hope that's what it is. I hope it's nothing serious in regards to her or her health or the health of her family. I just hope that she takes the time she needs to go get her mind right. Hopefully it's a mental thing and she just needs a break. Listen, we all need breaks sometimes. And I'm hoping that this is just a little hiccup. And listen, focus on your family. Do what you have to do. She's the face of the company. She goes out there, she hugs the baby, she kisses the kids, and she does all the foundation stuff. And she's the brand officer. And she focuses on the brand, making WWE a household name, getting WWE's name out there. And she's very, very good at her job. Obviously, WWE is all over the place. They sell a lot of merchandise. They do a lot of things. They do a lot for the Make-A-Wish kids, and they have a lot of foundations, and they do a lot behind the scenes. WWE is great at that stuff. Let's not sit here and cap. We're going to respect that. Respect my authority! I just wish good fortune. Excuse me. I just wish good fortune on her and her family, and hopefully she can leave and come back and do whatever it is she has to do. Shout out to her. It's going to be dope. So, with that being said, I'm out of here. Monday Night Raw tonight. I'm interested to... Oh, wait. I want to talk about one more thing before anything. The unification happened, okay? I was shocked. I'm not going to lie.
Stop the cap.
I came on here and I told y'all guys, there ain't no way in hell. No chance in hell. There's no way in hell they go through with this unification. It's not happening. Fox doesn't want it. And Dave Meltzer came out and reported that it was a last-minute decision. That does not surprise me because WWE does everything last minute.
How dare you?
They do everything last minute. So that doesn't surprise me one bit. But they had a last-minute decision. We have unified. Everybody got the bloodline. We the ones. The bloodline has all the belts. That's great. I love it. Where do they go from here? I don't know. But now I would have people chasing them. Have somebody chasing Roman. Have people chasing from both brands. Have them chasing the bloodline. Because you should have everybody one set of champions. Even the women's titles. I would unify that shit too. And at least give it like 1 year to try it out. And have one woman, one man, one tag team one tag team champions, have everybody fighting for those. Because the roster's thin. They got people, they have tag team. If you combine both rosters, you have tag teams. Just combine both rosters. And then put certain people, you see where I'm going with this. Fox wants certain people, USA wants certain people. You could have those people on those shows, but have everybody still fighting for that one championship. Because it makes it more important. To be the man, you got to beat the man. Instead of splitting your roster down the middle, combine both rosters. But let Fox have their couple people, let USA have their couple people, but still, if people got to do double duty, if they got to cut a promo and tape something for the next show so they don't have to actually be there, listen, there's ways to work around it. They used to do this back in the day, so they know how to do this. They did this when I was a kid. You didn't have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 20 championships. You had one. And then they brought in, WWE, and then they had the world title, WWE title. That was okay, but you still had the combined rosters before the brand split and all this shit. Combine the goddamn rosters. Try it out for a little while. See what happens. Like, come on, man. Let's get this done. Shout out to Bloodline. We the ones for having all the belts. I love that. Now have everybody chasing them. Have everybody chasing them and build some people up so that they can take those titles. Build the babyface up. Can't be just Cody. It has to be more than that. Cody's the only one right now. Drew, a little bit under Cody. Ain't got no other babyfaces that make sense right now. For the tag team titles, you don't really have a lot of tag team depth. But if you combine the rosters, you got a lot of tag team depth. Combine the rosters. Let people go up and fight for those titles. There you go. Women, I will combine that shit too. That's just me. I will combine that shit too. Combine that too. The women are that's the only one where it's like, okay, you could kind of split that up, kinda. You could kind of split that up and get away with it. But who you got built up right now? Sasha, who Ronda gonna fight? There's no one built up. That makes sense. Even Sasha didn't make sense. Sasha already put her over once. Now she got to go put her over again? Come on, son. What are we doing? And this is why she got mad. I know I don't want to veer off too much, but this is why she got mad. It's like, yo, that's part of it. It has to be part of it. You already put her over the first time she was here. Now she's back. I got to put her over again because y'all ain't got nobody else when we could be focusing on these tag team titles. What are you giving us these for? So we could just walk around with them and lose for the next month, and then we'll focus on it in June or July? Come on, son. So creative is not the best. It's not the best right now, but we'll see what happens moving forward. Other than that, that's all I got for y'all, man. Listen, I'm out of here. That's all I got for y'all guys today. Everybody be safe out here. It was a hot weekend. It was beautiful. Today is Monday, May 23rd, 2022. It's going to be a good summer. It's going to be a beautiful thing. RJD here. What the Wrestling, we back. Check me out tomorrow for the Monday Night Raw review, as always, and more news that comes out, I'll have it to all of you. So check out my socials once again. Come on, man, and hit that like button. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stop playing with me. Just do it, okay?
Stop it.
And just do it. Just do it. That's it. We don't want to hear none of that. Oh, no, we're not gonna do it. Listen, it cost you nothing. Just give me one hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I said give me a hell yeah.
That's it, man. Give me a hell yeah. Hit that like button and call it a day. Everybody be safe. RJD here. I am out.
Do it. Just do it.
Peace.
Dom DeMarco.